Now, let's talk about the incredible DIY that you had throughout both of your projects that we saw at the top of the show, starting with this. So we didn't get to talk about it. People will never guess what this actually is.
Can you believe, Tracy, that that is actually a very elderly TV antenna, which we actually got when we bought our cottage. Now, it's 35 feet high. We've actually got a photograph, I think, that we can show your audience. It was 35 feet. There it is at the back of our cottage before we started the reno. Now, when it landed, when it was pulled down, we thought, you know what, we could do something really interesting with that. So we cropped the top.
Yeah.
It already had a pole running through the middle, which is where the television signal cabling went.
Yes.
So we replaced that with a lighting cord, which we paid $12 for at Home Depot.
Yeah.
A little light-fitting mechanism at the top, a filament bulb, and then a string shade. Sprayed the whole thing black, and hey presto, a really, really dramatic DIY that cost us virtually nothing.
That's beautiful. That is real industrial chic. You're actually taking a piece of technology and remaking it for decor. I think that is beautiful. Great work.
Cheers. That's great. That's like big boy work, isn't
it? Big boy work. Absolutely.
Like, so we talked about barn doors earlier on as well, and they are like a cornerstone of the industrial look. But, I think the consumers are looking for more, and suddenly something that is industrial and a bit kind of like heavy machinery has to be fine-tuned, okay? And again, these are by our lovely friends Rebarn. And they make all this wonderful kind of like the hardware for your barn doors.
Yeah.
And they're the only people in North America who actually do this. But you can specify like timber there. So there's a little walnut veneer on that little wheel there, which is gorgeous.
Look at this one. Look at the detail.
Isn't that amazing? Now, that's a Celtic pattern,
that's
ideal for the Scots and Irish and Welsh amongst you, who are looking for something subtle. And sometimes design is not about screaming, it's about actually whispering little details. And I love this one in particular. You can actually give this company any pattern and they can laser etch onto the metal. So these are the pieces that will actually hang your door up.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So, so suddenly you could take a family motif, something that really mattered to you, or something that's got a bit of historical kind of like excellence, like this. Look at that little Greek pattern.
I love that, the Greek key. That is gorgeous, and it's all in the details, right?
It is all in the details.
Talking of the detail, Tracy, actually inside this wooden and metal cog, there's an acrylic wheel cog, okay? So that actually reduces the noise. So Mark at Rebarn is thinking about all of these details and making sure that this isn't incongruous or doesn't make a lot of noise as you swish it back in your space.
That is so beautiful. I love that. Okay, let's talk about these projects here.
Yeah, now this fellow again, it's by Mark at Rebarn. This is going back and finding pieces from industry that can be reused. The spikes there are from railway sleepers, okay? And Mark has taken them out by hand. He's burnished them, polished them down, and then inserted them into a piece of blonde timber. Now, I love that because it's really, really, really simple. It's not a fussy thing. Brilliant way to display your wine bottles.
Very nice. I love that. Okay, now the art. The art is just stunning.
Now this is incredible, and it's not just the boys of Canada that are doing this. Some of the girls are doing this as well. We discovered an incredible local artist called Just Lola, justlola.ca, who actually takes reclaimed timber and she makes these frames and then she puts her own art onto there. And who doesn't like a bit of Canadian Pacific beaver in there? Look at that!
I thought it was incredible. I've got to tell you what I really like as well. This is a really lovely family business because Rebarn and Just Lola are partners. It's Mr. and Mrs. So Lola does all the work. It's all created in Canada. It's all done by hand and harvesting, again, some of the reclamation products that Mark has used for his furniture pieces.
Oh, that's lovely. That's very nice. So they work so beautifully together. The owl is incredible. I love that look.
The thing is, if you do a simple motif like that on timber, that can be enough to suggest the great outdoors, the industrial look, the cottage look as well. I mean, the owl in there, it's one of those insignias that's appearing everywhere. So there are figurines in store, there's artwork in store. So you can take a piece like that, actually add a few other items, and suddenly you've got a look. You've given it an identity.
Well, and you want to be true to the environment that you're in, because that's the thing about a cottage. You guys have done this incredible reno, but it still looks like a cottage, and I think that's important. For me, when I go to the cottage, I don't want to feel like I'm in a McMansion.
Yeah, that's what we've done, Tracy.
You want to feel like you have that rugged sort of
That's our logic,
interior.
We don't want anything to look like it's just been plundered from the shelves of a store. Everything that we've got is handmade or has been created by wonderful artisans and artists. This is my favourite bit that Lola has done. This wonderful big mousse. beautifully captured on this reclaimed lumber, framed out at the side in a really chunky, stoic timber.
Lovely.
Now, that's really simple. It's one colour on
Yeah.
wood, but wow, what a big statement.
Well, I love
hello.
the fact that I'm going to make a meatloaf with steak and eggs. I got all my gift buying done, and now I know how to do industrial chic. I learned everything I needed to know today. Thanks for tuning in.